I have sanitized my workstation and all of my implements and my jars, and I've set out my fragrance oils. I'm going to be making frankincense and myrrh and also sandalwood and amber body butters. I've already combined my butters and oils for my mixture, and I've also added vitamin E to that combination. And now I am going to let it cool and wait for it to set up so that I can put it in my mixer and begin whipping it. So my studio stays pretty much at 68 degrees, and I put this mixture for my body butter in the freezer for about 5 minutes, and it was nice and hard. And so now I'm going to go ahead and whip it, and we'll take you through part of that, but not all of it, because it probably will take a while. And after I whip it for a little while, then I go back in with my spatula and scrape down the sides and bring what has not been whipped into the center, because you don't want any lumps and clumps in there. And give it another go. So this is about 60% of this recipe is butters, and 40% is one hard oil and then one liquid oil. And it makes a very dense body butter. I'll show you at the end something that I've already done so you know how hard it is. But I love this body butter. It is really moisturizing. It feels so good on my skin. And give it a really good time here, because most of that has been incorporated. I'm just going to whip it to death, and it'll take, I'll let you know how long it takes. Okay, it's probably been about 7 or 8 minutes, and this is actually at the consistency I want it to be. So I'm going to take this off. This is where it gets messy. Take this off and take this out of here. Now what I want to do with this is split the contents in half so that I can fragrance half at a time. Okay, I split off approximately half of the mixture, and I'm going to pour my frankincense and myrrh fragrance oil in here. Here goes the frankincense and myrrh being mixed in. And I've got to work with the sides again. I'm just going to use the spatula that I put the fragrance in with so that I can get some of that off of there. I'm really a messy when it comes to any of this stuff. I try not to be, and then I just end up being a messy. Get it all over the place and all over me. But today's not too bad. The other thing I want to do is just put in a little bit of gold mica in with this. I've never done that before in my body butters, but I thought it might be fun just to put a little bit in. So this is like, I don't know, it's probably too much, huh? I'm gonna throw that in there. I'm gonna see, the mic is kind of sitting there on the side. I don't know, maybe I should have put it into the fragrance oil or put an oil in there. I don't see a big bunch of difference going on. I see some of it sitting in the area there. Let me just put a little more, about as much more as I put before. I just want to kind of pizzazz it up. So let's go for it. Okay, this is going to take a while, I think, just to make sure that the mica is incorporated. I'm not seeing a huge amount of difference, but I can see some mica streaks. So I'm going to continue this process, and then I'll show you at the end. I'm not adding any more mica, so if it doesn't look extremely different, then I'm not going to go there. Okay, I think it may be incorporated. I hope so. It didn't really change the color a whole lot, so I'm not going to belabor that because I've got my other body butter sitting on the side here. And the longer it sits, the faster it gets harder. So there's the one batch. All right, now we have the other batch in here, and I'm gonna pour my sandalwood and amber fragrance in with that. And we'll go through the same process as we did with the frankincense and myrrh. And then I will put them in the jars. Okay, here is the sandalwood and amber. And I didn't put any fragrance, and I didn't put any color in this one. And then this is the frankincense and myrrh. And there is a little tiny bit of difference. This is more golden, but it's not very gold at all. So now I want to go ahead and put these in jars, and I'm not going to go through the whole process with you, every single one, but this is how I do it. I take a spoon and I push it up against the side of the container to fill in the edge of the container, like that. Because these are clear. I even did it when I didn't have clear ones. And then I just fill this container completely up. And I tap it down to get air bubbles out. Sometimes that's kind of dangerous because it'll pop right up in my face. But I try to get this just completely to the top. And then I will clean up the sides and put the lids on after I do all of them. Of that butter, and I'll do the same with the other, and I'll bring you back. I'm back, and I have filled the sandalwood and amber jars and weighed them out, and I am going to let these sit for just a minute because I have a certain amount of this sandalwood batter left, and I was able to get 6 of my frankincense and myrrh, but I'm not sure that I can get 6 of this. So I'm gonna try to use my little tiny jars. They're like little lip balm jars, and they're like 0.45 ounces or something like that. And I think I want to go ahead and do that. These are the little jars right here. They're just dinky winky, but they make nice samples for people. So I'm going to go ahead and fill a few of these instead of trying to eke out another 1.5 ounce jar. I might get enough of these that it would actually be close to that, but I was really pushing it to get a 1.5 ounce jar, my 6th one. And then I'm going to lid them. I already put alcohol all over them. I'm going to put their lids on. Aren't they cute? They really make nice little samples. Like somebody might say, well, I might try one of those. It's kind of nice to be able to do that. And I kind of wanted to do that for the the frankincense and myrrh, but I ended up not really being able to pull that off. So these are my sandalwood. Just go around the edge here. So that's how I make my body butter, y'all. And I don't have anything in there extra to kind of prevent things from melting, so I pretty much put a notice on my jars that say that you need to store these at temperatures below 78 degrees because they do melt and then they're not as nice. So there's all the sandalwood. Guess you can't see it. There's all my sandalwood. And now I'm going to lid up my frankincense and myrrh. And there's a little bit of a yellow there. It's not super noticeable, but I was just afraid to put any more mica in. It was just an afterthought. I thought, I wonder if we can make these gold. But then I'm not sure that people would really want them if they were gold. I don't know what that would do. So here's my gold ones. So what is your favorite body butter? So I do body butters in lavender essential oil, eucalyptus and lavender and tea tree combinations. I do rosemary. I do a lot of different essential oil blends, and then I just have a few of I do a honeysuckle essential oil as well. And then I have a few of my fragrances. I have a jasmine, I have a lavender vanilla, I have a vanilla oak. So there we go. So with the 12 ounces of product that I had in there originally, I was able to get 6 of the golden frankincense and myrrh and 5 of the sandalwood and amber plus 4 little samples. Okay, here's one of my vanilla oak sample body butters, and you can see that it's really thick, and it goes on really well on your skin. It's not really greasy, it just gives you a nice moisturizing experience. I really like my body butters. There's my little label for my vanilla oak. It smells like vanilla and oak. Yum. So I'm gonna finish doing some spritzing of my lids and jars, get them all pretty so that I can put my labels on. And I'll see you again next time I bring a video to you. Bye-bye.